Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another Horrorpalooza review. I believe this is review number 5 because today's the 5th, so we're up to par. And this is a 80s sequel to the one of the best horror films I've ever seen in a long time in the 80s. And this is the sequel, the underrated sequel that not a lot of people talk about, and I have the VHS unrated version of it. That is Bride of the Re-animator. Yeah. This still has the same awesome lead, Jeffrey Combs, as the doctor, doing another experiment to see if he can make a woman. And basically, he succeeds. It's like Bride of the Frankenstein, where they're trying to make a female version of Frankenstein. This is the synopsis, in case you want to, I forgot. The mad Dr. Herbert West, that's Jeffrey Combs, the tormented Dr. Dan Kane, Bruno Abbott, and the beheaded Dr. Carl Hill return in this terrifying sequel to Re-animator, the most deliriously outrageous horror movie of the decade. It's been 8 months since the Milkotonic Massacre and the Halls with Blood and... Wait. I can barely read this thing because this is an old VHS tape. Stained with Blood, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah. The massacre stained the halls with blood, and Dr. West and Dr. Kane's experiments have taken a bizarre turn. Now they have gone beyond reanimating the dead into the realm of creating new life. The legs of a hooker, the womb of a virgin are joined to the heart of Dr. Kane's dead girlfriend, and the bride is unleashed upon her mate in a climax of sensual horror. All of this and more in this unrated version with never before seen footage. Yeah, it's basically a sequel to Re-animator. I think the first Re-animator is definitely better. I mean, it's got a better. This is a older copy of the film. It's a proof that it's a VHS tape. I haven't seen this movie in years, but I remember liking the cast. You got Jeffrey Combs, you got Bruce Abbott, you got Claude Earl Jones, Fabiana Udino. If you've seen Austin Powers, the first movie, or if you've seen Summer School, she's the Italian chick. And she's good looking in the film. She's decent. You have David Gale, Kathleen Kimont, who I think is a gorgeous actress. She was in the CIA films and Halloween 4. I like her as an actress. And it's directed well by Brian Usna, and he did a good job with this Re-animator. I know the third one is not the best one. I think it's the weakest of the bunch, but I do like this one because that one was filmed in like Spain or something. This one definitely still has that 80s feel. It's from 1989. It was a couple years after the first one. And while it's not as good as the first one, I still think it's decent on its own right. And the best way to get this film is to get the VHS version because it's the unrated version. The DVD and Blu-ray, if it's on Blu-ray, is just the theatrical cut. I don't know what's the difference because to me it's still an R-rated movie. And, basically it's what I think, it's a film that has held up. I mean, the movie's over 20 years old and it's still, the effects are really well done. The makeup is really well done. The acting is pretty decent for a sequel in the late 80s. And Jeffrey Combs just steals the show as this doctor because he knows how to act. The guy is brilliant. He's the glue that holds this franchise together because it made 3 films. It doesn't need a remake because shitty CGI cannot replace practical makeup effects and gore effects from, the masters that did this. It doesn't say who did the effects. No, but the production of this movie is really good. It's a well-done sequel. It's a welcome addition to the franchise. I think it's the last good one. I think if they had stopped with 2 films, it would have been just fine. I didn't review this, so I wanted to review it for you guys because it's a short little review because it's a sequel that basically just check it out. If you've seen the first Re-animator, I think you'll get a kick out of this one because it's decent and it has its moments and it's kind of like Bride of Frankenstein, but an R-rated version of that. And Jeffrey Combs is amazing in the film, and you got some beautiful women in the film, and it's not very long. It's only 99 minutes, not a big investment of your time, and it's a decent sequel. So that's my short review of Bride of the Re-animator. This is the unrated version with all the gore and everything back in, and I'm going to keep this because of that. And it's well decent sequel to the first one, and it's a nice double bill. You see this one and the second one, and you're set. Beyond Re-animator, it's there. It's kind of forgettable because I haven't seen it in a long time. I like Jeffrey Combs. He's a lot older than he was in this one, because that one was done in like the early 2000s, and this one was 1989, so it was already years past the first one. So I would say see the first one and then see the second one as a companion piece. It's well worth your time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Liking, subscribing, commenting. I'm really tired. I wanted to do this video quick, so because I just need to rest. I got a big day ahead of me with my family and everything, and more movies to review, more movies to see. I've been watching a lot of horror films the last 5 days, and I've been on a kick. There was a bad one here or there, but that's the sacrifice I make to for this Horrorpalooza. I'm going to review as many movies as I can, and this is another one of those gems from the late 80s that's pretty decent. It's like The Fly 2. It's a fun sequel on its own right. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.